if Pascal Siakam wins an NBA final, it'll be his second. Truly a part of a
Wait, his second MVP
no,
championship?
Not
Oh,
his
second
second championship. Because
yeah,
he won one in
Toronto. Yep.
And then he would win one with the Pacers. Two teams that were underdogs going in.
And like small.
Nobody expected them to be in the
Toronto,
final.
not a small market team.
Nobody expected them to win the championship.
No, I agree.
Would Siakam put himself in a Hall of Fame? As a star, like he's not a superstar, but he's a star. Right. He's an all-star.
If you were to compare him to another player, who would you in past time?
Chris Bosh.
He's not as good as Chris Bosh.
No, you're right. He is right below, I would say.
Really? Pull up Chris Bosh.
No. That was disrespectful.
Yeah,
Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh. Jesus, dude, come on, show some respect.
That was disrespect.
I love
two-time champion. It would be a two-time champion for both, though, but not as a one option. Bosh was never a two on those championship teams either. Siakam, honestly,
yeah, okay.
You know what's great? Siakam's the number one option in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It's not Halliburton.
You also have to think Chris Bosh is playing with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Like,
so he was carried.
Well, yeah. No crap. He still isn't as good.
I don't know what a good comp for Siakam would be, honestly.
Isn't that tough?
Somebody that's won 2 championships.
Eric Fisher. I don't know.
Is Lamar Odom a Hall of Famer?
No. Lamar Odom?
I didn't think so.
No. He was good.
No, yeah.
Lamar Odom.
Is he not a Hall of Famer?
I don't think so.
Let's see.
Lamar Odom?
No, he's not. Okay, that makes sense. I wouldn't put him as Hall of Fame, but I was just trying to think of somebody like who was on a team that won a finals, not as like your number one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Siakam's Hall of Famer, but honestly, great resume. But these NBA lets in anybody. That's the
true.
thing.
How long has he been in the NBA? Since like 2013, 14, maybe?
2016. He has wow. Okay, you want to talk about something great?
Yep.
A lot better stats than I even thought. Pascal Siakam has averaged 18 points per game in his career. He hasn't averaged a season below 20 points since 2018. This year, he had averaged 20 while shooting 51%, almost 40% from 3, 7 rebounds, basically 4 assists.
Dang.
That's every season. He has one season he averaged 23 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists.
What?
Are we not giving that's what I'm saying? We're not giving Pascal Siakam enough credit.
No.
His market's up big right now. He doesn't sign a lot.
Well, yeah, he's in that weird time. Like
cards.
2016 is like that's a weird year where they didn't really produce a lot of cards.
So he's a 3-time All-Star, most improved, NBA champion, 2-time All-NBA.
He could.
Is he a friend? Okay, now let me pull up Chris Bosh's stats. Because maybe I'm honestly onto something.
Sorry.
I got an interesting comp.
Yep.
Was Pascal Siakam's another Andre Iguodala?
Iguodala?
What if he's another Andre? That's a good comp.
No, it's a good comp. I just wanted to say it.
Eastern Conference MVP.
If you could
Iguodala's at his finals MVP.
Listen, life on the line. Steph Curry. Jason Tatum.
Give me Iguodala.
Pascal Siakam.
Give
me Siakam.
Have I ever
Siakam?
I
don't mind that. Iguodala's a good one.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned this on the pod.
He's not a Hall of Famer though, is he? Iggy?
He wouldn't be yet.
Iguodala?
He wouldn't be yet because he only retired last year. I actually interviewed him. I was so mad, I'll be honest. As a reporter, I was very mad. I had an interview scheduled with Andre Iguodala, and you best believe that interview got canceled. And I'm like, why did this interview get canceled? Because he was from Springfield, Illinois, where I was covering sports.
Oh.
It gets canceled. 30 minutes later, I get a notification on my phone. Andre Iguodala has retired. And I'm like, okay, you couldn't let me have that interview. Get the news.
That would have been sick. You broke the news.
So I interviewed him a couple weeks later, and it was so funny because I had to ask.
You had? Oh, I would have too.
I had to ask him. I was like, fade of the line. You making the shot or what? And he's like, oh, now like I don't know. Like, he was like, yeah, 100%.
But back then,
great clip. That was my favorite interviews.
That's
okay,
crazy.
so Chris Bosh, he averaged 19 points per game in his career, 1 point off from Siakam. Yeah. Chris Bosh, highest season scoring, 24 points per game.
It was
he had
different
1,
back then,
2,
though, dude.
3, 4, 5, 6 seasons averaging 20 plus.
But you said it yourself. He wasn't even a number one. He was never a number one on
1,
the
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Seasons 20 plus.
He was never a number one though, and he's still putting up almost the same.
Neither was Siakam scoring wise though. That's the thing.
This year he is. No.
Points per game, he's probably got it over. What about when he's with Kawhi? He wasn't the number one option.
Fair.
Fred VanVleet, I'd argue, was the number one option in Toronto too.
I love Fred VanVleet, dude.
You know what?
He's a beast.
I honestly, who knows if they've clipped this? I would probably get flamed for this, but he might be a Hall of Famer.
No.
If they win the finals,
no, Fred
he has two
VanVleet.
MVP. No.
Oh, but Pascal Siakam.
If he wins 2 finals,
Hey, did I tell you the story? My one and only NBA game I went and watched was the Celtics versus Houston or Toronto a couple years ago in the Garden. In Pascal Siakam put up like 40 points. He was the best. He's the best player I've ever seen personally.
Pascal Siakam wants to drop bucket, he'll drop bucket.
Yeah, he will. He's a beast.
He will drop a bucket.
Yeah, I don't mind scooping him up, dude. I don't mind buying some of his stuff. I gotta see what his market.
80% right now. Though.
I want to see, but even then, like, what is his market like though?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's still low.
Is he cheap?
It's still low. It's still cheaper.
Like dirt cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
It's making its way up.
What do you think his Silver Prism rookie goes for in a PSA 10? If you had to throw a number out there, $200.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe even less. Honestly, Silver rookie Prism.
Like if that's the case, dude.
Let's see. Oh no, even less. 100.
See, you know what I mean? That's
105
cheap,
was
dude.
the most recent sale. 105. That was also like a week ago, so it could be different now.
That's fine.
Yeah,
though.
that was like
way.
the last sold.
Either way, I think that's a great buy. I think that's.
I mean, his market is still pretty low, but it's up. Like it's
right.
up 82%.
Exactly.
But he just doesn't sign a lot. You don't see him signing in like NT flawless much at all.
Right.
Sometimes they throw in logos for him, but it's really not often.
Yeah.